Hello everyone, my name is Roshan, also known as the WoW Elite, and I'm back for a really quick Unity tutorial. Last time I showed you how to do the World Splitter effect, and today I'm going to tell you a bit about normal mapping. What a normal map is, it's basically a texture that makes a 2D texture look like it's three-dimensional. You're going to see what I mean in a second. So the first step, what you need to do, is you need to find a texture. Okay, so I went on Google, and for the purpose of this tutorial I googled wooden wall seamless texture and found this texture which looks really nice. So I'm going to use that one in this tutorial. Keep in mind that some of these textures on Google may be copyrighted and you may not be allowed to use them without permission of the uploader. So I'm just going to copy this image and close Google Chrome. Now I'm going to use a software called Crazy Bump. What Crazy Bump is, it's a software that lets you make normal maps from images. So what you do is in the bottom left corner, click on Open, and you paste a photograph from clipboard. And then you select the shape. In this case, I want this shape. As you can see, the black lines are where the image goes downwards, and the white ones are where it bulges out. So I want this shape in the case of my wood texture right there. As you can already see from the 2D image we just found on Google, we now have a somewhat three-dimensional looking wooden texture. You can display this in different materials, different meshes even. So here we have a box. If you wanted to make a wooden crate, for example, that's really nice. You can change around the parameters a bit to change the look of the material. So this looks pretty nice. I want to use this as a wooden wall. It looks like the planks are nailed onto the wall. That's exactly what I want. I'm gonna bump up the large detail a bit, just like that, and it looks really nice. And after you're done with that, you click on Save, and you save all textures. And then you navigate to your project folder. In my case, it's tutorials, assets. Let's create a new folder. Call it materials. Inside the materials folder, I'm going to make a folder called wooden wall. And in here, I'm going to save it as wooden wall. And you can now go ahead and close Crazy Bump. So after you go back into Unity, you'll see it importing all the textures. And here you go. You have your wooden normal texture that you found earlier, the specular map, the normal map, the occlusion map, and this is the specular map, and this is the display map. You can delete the occlusion texture and the disposition texture. And then let's create a new material and name it wooden wall. Now I'm quickly going to import the character controller package so I can actually go and move around. It's going to take a second. There you go. So on this material, I'm going to change the shader from diffuse to parallax specular. Then I insert the normal texture on the base. I put the normal map on the normal map, and I insert the specular on the height map. And as you can see, this texture is not marked as a normal map, so you can hit fix now, and it will fix your material. And I'm going to change the shininess down. You don't have to use specular. So if you use specular, you can see the texture will look very wet. So I'm just going to use parallax diffuse. Oh, no, wait, there you go. Bumped diffuse. I'm going to use the bumped diffuse map because I don't want any shininess on this wood. So let's quickly create a plane and extend the size a bit, like that. Then let's create a first-person controller. Just drop him in here. And then let's just go to game object, create other cube. Let's just quickly make a simple wall. So I want this to be a wooden wall. It could be the wall of a house. It could be anything basically. And I'm going to apply my material to this. Now you see the texture looks very stretched, and we're going to change that by adjusting the tiling parameters right there. I'm not going to change the Y because I could change it, but it doesn't look too good. And maybe at 4, that looks nice. Quickly gonna go to assets, import skyboxes. This is all optional, just to make it look a tad better. And then go to edit, render settings, skybox material. Let's give it a nice sunny skybox. Just like that. And then let's game object, create other directional light. And let's just bake some shadows on that too. Well, not bake, but activate some shadows. Let's see, where's the sun? It's in the top of the picture, so let's change the light. Come somewhat like that. Okay, let's run this. We'll be able to see a bit better the effect that it has. So if I come around here, you can see how the wall is really bumped. I may have went a bit overhead with the large detail, but it does its job pretty well. Before I go, I'm quickly going to show you how this can be used in one of my projects. So here we are in my blood test scene. As you can see on the walls, I've put some reflection on it so it looks kind of wet, but you can clearly see that even though I use a flat texture, it looks like there's actually some depth in the rocks. I've done it to the ceiling, to the walls. I use it everywhere. On the floor. It's the splatter that we made in the tutorial. So as you can see, it gives a really nice result. It's kind of a cheap trick, but it works, and it looks kind of good. So why not? That was everything for this short Unity tutorial. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like and a comment and subscribe. Bye!